Welcome to the stage, Carolyn O'Hale.
Hey guys. So you guys might not believe this, but I'm actually a giant nerd. I know, schlubby looking, pasty faced, blue hair. You probably wouldn't have guessed, but it is true. My husband and I actually got married at San Diego Comic-Con, which, which, as you know, is the biggest comic book and pop culture convention in the world. No big deal. We actually got married on the steps of the convention center. I wore a white polka dot dress. My husband was in a blazer and jeans. And our officiant was a Jedi who was drunk and had a Wookiee backpack. What they don't tell you growing up as a little girl is, you don't really plan on being a nerd, but it is something that you can fall into. You get interested in kind of weird stuff that largely involves being a shut-in. And, and then somehow, even though you're a shut-in, you meet other shut-ins who are into the same weird stuff that you are. And then before you know it, you're at an anime convention dressed up as an obscure character. But going into larger nerd society, nobody really ever tells you that it's hard to be a lady who is interested in nerd stuff. Yeah. Most of the nerds out there you'll meet are going to be real sweet, real nice, but there is a seedy underbelly to the nerd community. They mostly live online. I like to call them troubled nerds, or turds, if you will. The problem with turds is they don't want women in their nerd communities. They don't believe girls can be real nerds. And it's kind of like, we ladies don't have it hard enough. Now there's a glass ceiling to being a loser, too. It's like, I feel I can't even win. Or maybe I do win. I'm not quite sure how it works. But the worst part about turds is that half the time, they want you to prove your nerd cred to them. It's like, I don't know what else to tell you, guy. I go to all the conventions, I dress up in weird costumes, and I didn't lose my virginity until I was 24. I feel like I got it covered. The thing that really kind of makes my head spin, though, is the concept of fake geek girl, because it's really what they think that you're doing is you're pretending to be into all the nerdy stuff just to impress them or to get attention. Do you think you and your action figure collection are so cool that I'm gonna, dress up in crazy costumes and just fake all this so that you will take me home and show me your Ninja Turtles collection? Yes, please do. And in fact, if anyone has a Ninja Turtles collection, hit me up after the show. But even when you do get accepted into the larger nerd community, as a woman, you never get to be like just a nerd. You're always going to be a female nerd. And I do say female because that's the term that gets used a lot, like you're an animal in a nature documentary or a Ferengi. And in fact, going to nerd conventions is a lot like watching a nature documentary. Everyone's there in like colorful costumes, their plumage all on display. You'll have like a herd of stormtroopers over there, a gaggle of Avengers cosplayers over here, and then every once in a while, you'll catch a glimpse of a lone female nerd. And it's kind of like, observe the female nerd. The males congregate around her. They are timid creatures by nature, but bolder in groups. They stand no chance of mating. And the turds will get really angry at you if you ever complain about all the male attention that you receive as a female nerd. And they're like, oh man, you have it so easy, you can get any guy you want. It's like, no, I can't, man. My social anxiety, my low self-esteem, and my crippling awkwardness do not bring all the boys to the yard. And plus, any man, come on, I don't see Chris Hemsworth down here with the unwashed masses panting out of overshaped women in unflattering spandex. But they do have a point. It should technically be a little bit easier as a female nerd to get dates just because you show up to the events and there are a lot of options, you know? But I will say, a lot of options is not always a good thing. In fact, we even have a saying for it in the nerd community: the odds are good, but the goods are odd. Thank you.